Merry Meet and welcome to this general reading for all signs for today, the 8th of December, 2023. All right, this deck feels pretty shuffled. Let's do one more, and then we'll give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for everybody today, the 8th of December, 2023. We start out with the King of Wands, followed by the Ten of Wands, and then the Queen of Coins. This is very nice. It's just important that you understand that sometimes there can be too much of a good thing. And what I mean by that in the case of this reading is that many of you have been very busy. Many of you have been extremely busy and with good things. Some of you with like really good things. There's a lot of creative energy that is involved with the King of Wands. A lot of things that you're super good at and that you're really charged up about. But even good things, if they become a burden, are still burdens. It doesn't matter if your burden is pretty or if your burden is ugly. If it's a burden, it's a burden. And so it's important to allow yourself to not burden yourself. I think a lot of times we have the misunderstanding that if we're burdened, that means that we are taking something seriously. Or if we're burdened, then that we are somehow doing our part. But when something burdens you, it takes away your power. It takes away your ability to function at your optimum. And so no matter what the burden is, and a lot of times too, people think that if there are good things that are burdening us, then it shouldn't feel bad. It's like there's only certain kinds of burdens that should burden us. But any kind of burden is, like I said, still a burden. So it's really important today to take some time and to just let go of those. Just give yourself some time off. Give yourself a little time off from being overly burdened. It doesn't even have to be a long, drawn-out thing. It's just give yourself, even some minutes during the day where you can just not think about stuff, where you can just not be busy, not be doing anything important, and just feel relaxed and at ease. And if you don't know how to do that, you can ask for help. You can ask for help from the invisible realms, and you can ask for help from people. Can you do that for me, please? Can you do that for me, please? Can you please help me? Can you please help me? That's the 5-word magical formula that is more powerful than any magical formula that you're going to find in a grimoire sometimes. Can you please help me? Can you please help me? 5 words. And then let them. Don't do what I have been known to do. Is like, can you please help me? And then they say, sure. And then well, it's okay. You're not doing it the right way, or I'm afraid you won't do it the right way. I got this. Don't take it back. Let them help you. Let people help you. When you can do that, what you're doing is you're nurturing your prosperity. That's called leveraging your time. If you can have people helping you, it's not that you're cheating. If you can be assisted in certain things, it's not that you're cheating. It's that you're being smart. Nobody's supposed to do everything by themselves. And those of us who think that they're supposed to do everything by ourselves don't do a good job at the end of the day, because there's only so many hours in the day. There's only so much energy that we have, right? And sometimes we ask for help and they do a bad job. They do screw it up. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask. That means that you should be more clear next time, or be a little bit more circumspect about who you decide to let help you. But that doesn't mean that you don't get help just because it didn't work out once or twice or whatever. Because where this nurturing is this Queen of Coins, she's not burdened. And she's nurturing your prosperity. She's that part of you within you that nurtures your prosperity. And your prosperity doesn't have to mean money. It can. It usually does with the coins, but it doesn't have to. Whatever's important to you. That part of you that can nurture that doesn't have the ability to do that if you're overburdened with things. If you've got too much going on, even good things, which it says a lot of this is good stuff, even good things, if you're overburdened, then that part of you that nurtures prosperity is at a disadvantage. They're at a handicap because they can't get their job done. That part of you, that inner part of your personality that is there to really grow your prosperity is at a disadvantage when you are overburdened. We've got the Fool card, we've got the 7 of coins, and we've got the 6 of coins. Very coiny. Half of your reading is coins, and they're real positive coins. So this is a nice time for prosperity for many of you. But you have to start the ball rolling by learning how to be less burdened and allowing things to happen rather than trying to make things happen. That's hard. It's a balance. It's not that you just say, well, I'm going to allow things to happen and I'm not going to be involved. It's that you learn how to ask for help, allow things to happen, and then learn how to manage it. A good manager doesn't just say, okay, everybody do your job and then go watch a movie necessarily. I mean, they can, but usually they have to at least check in and make sure everything's going the right way. And so whatever is your method for unburdening yourself, that doesn't mean that you're going to be irresponsible. It means that you're going to allow the universe to work through not only you, but those people or those systems or whatever you have around you that can pick up the slack for you instead of always having everything falling on your shoulders. You see, because this Fool card is unburdened as well. This is an unburdened figure here. And in that regard, it represents your soul, because your soul cannot be burdened. Your soul cannot be burdened. But when we try to burden our soul, when we try to put our soul in captivity, when we try to when our ego mind starts to take over and shove our soul out of the way, it's not that the soul suffers, it's that the soul stops being accessible to us. And so all we're left is our own devices. So the soul is just off being a soul, being the innocent, pure, successful being that they always have been and always will be, but you don't have access to it because you've shut yourself out with too much burden. So you can allow that soul to come back in by just relaxing. That's all it takes. It's just giving yourself some downtime, giving yourself some time to relax, and it can just be for a few moments at a time where you just, maybe even if you have some time to take a bath or take a walk or read a book or do something different. Remember that change is as good as a rest. It's that old adage. So just even doing different things, even taking a break from whatever it is and doing something else is similar to a rest. And when you do that, what happens is it allows you to stop keeping the assistance at bay and allow for this upgrade that is being indicated by the 7 of coins. And once you've got that upgrade with this, for most of you, it's with money. Once you've got that upgrade with money going on, then the Queen of Coins has something to nurture. So if this does happen to be about money, when that upgrade about money happens because you've laid off the overburden and you've allowed that soul energy in to increase your prosperity, or at least to with that upgrade to change it around so that your energy is not so misdirected anymore or so overly burdened, then that inflow of prosperity enables this Queen of Coins to have something to nurture. It's hard to nurture prosperity if it's not coming in at all. And so the 6 of Coins is saying that the solar light, that higher power, that part of us that is the sort of like the extension of our soul, it sits on sphere number 6 on the Tree of Life, and it is an energy or a power that is all about reordering and reorganizing our lives so that they conform to the soul's design, to the divine design. So you have a pattern as a soul, just like everybody has a fingerprint or a thumbprint that's unique unto them. You have a pattern that's unique to you. And it's a type of magnetic pattern so that things fall into place in a specific way that is perfect to you. And when that soul pattern is blocked, then we have to sort of construct our own pattern. And I tell you, No matter how good of an artist you are, you can never recreate or duplicate or improve upon the natural pattern that's there. You just can't. So if you can let go today, let go of the burden, allow that upgrade to happen, call on that higher power, and allow that soul energy back in, then that part of you that does get excited about your prosperity, that does get excited about your the role that you have here in this world, the skills that you have, and all of those things, those parts of your personality can come to the forefront and really start working on your behalf. But they can't if you're fatigued. They can't if you're burdened. They can't if you don't know how to take a rest and take a break and make a change and allow for that higher part of your mind, that higher part of that spiritual energy, that soul energy, to come in and start creating its own pattern. And then you become more of a follower than a leader in that regard. And then you don't get so overburdened anymore. The reason why we get so overburdened is because it's usually something like, oh, I'll do that. Okay, well, I'll just take care of that. I'll do it. I'm the only one that knows how to do it, so I'll do it. No, it's okay. I got this. And you do that too many times, and you just shove your soul out of the way, because there's so much tension and there's so much overwork that there's no place for this playful, wonderful, innocent, gorgeous pattern to come in and be the prosperous you that you are meant to be. So let's take a break. Let's take a break and allow that pattern to manifest itself. Now, if you have time for a meditation today, there is a meditation for the solar light that you can find on my website or also on my YouTube channel. And then also for the Fool, there's one called, what's it called? Oh, it's called A Journey of Innocence. That would be wonderful for you today to get back into that pattern. And you can find that also on my website. And also, if you go into the video description of this video or any of my tarot reading videos, you'll find a link to all those tarot meditations. So it's a beautiful day, but it is a day for you to take some downtime and not be so overburdened. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. And thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Suzanne and Jennifer. And we will see you tomorrow for another general reading. Blessed be.